Hello, welcome to Yoga with Dags. The subject today is love. We're going to be contemplating taking a stand for love in this world. I've been thinking about this all week, and there's no time in history that I think it's been more pertinent to begin for myself a personal deep inquiry about what love is, and exploring it, and for myself taking a stand with it. So I'm going to invite you, as we practice our standing poses, to take a stand for love with me. All right, so let's just sit for a minute. You can be cross-legged. You can come into kneeling pose, anything you want. We are going to use a belt quite a bit for our practice today. So even if it's a belt from a bathroom, have a belt available so that we can use that. And let's just sit. Let's just come into presence, into our bodies, into this moment, this time that we have for ourselves to cultivate stillness and openness and love within ourselves. So maybe just straighten your spine and take your hands to your heart center and connect for a moment with your heart. Connect with that place within yourself that understands what love is, that knows, that feels love and experiences it. And just gently bow your head to your heart. And just find your breath, beginning the yogic breath of breathing through your nose. And as you inhale, just expand the area of your heart with breath. And as you exhale, just let your mind, your thinking mind, just soften. Continuing, even though your head is bowed down to your heart, there's still a lift up through your chest and through your heart. So lift that area up, even though your head is gently bowed. And then just let your head come back up to neutral position, and we'll begin our class with an Om together. So exhale completely. Take a big breath in. And just feeling the resonance of that vibration within your heart. Let your eyes softly open. And we'll just do a couple big breaths, inhaling out and up. Exhaling, drawing the hands to the heart center. And a couple more of those. And as you're inhaling, you're gathering up energy. You're gathering up light. You're gathering up love. And you're exhaling and releasing. All right, so since we're going to be taking a stand and doing standing poses, I thought we would start by gathering our energy. So we're just going to lie down on our backs. You can keep your knees bent to begin with, have your belt close by. And then we're just going to take your left knee into your chest and loop the bottom of your foot and stretch it up. And this other leg can stay bent for now, but just stretch this leg and make it as straight as you can, just starting to open up your legs because they're going to do some work today. Let your arms be straight as they hold the belt. Once your left leg is nice and straight, you can extend the right one onto the earth. And just breathe into this nice hamstring stretch. So if you can, just think about this outer left hip dropping down toward your right inner ankle so that your hips are level and both legs are straight and strong. Continue with beautiful deep breaths. And then when you're ready, we're just going to bend the lifted leg and try to get your full footprint still up at the ceiling. Let the knee bend into the chest, holding the belt. And continuing to drop this outer hip down. We're going to take this leg across the midline. So just take it across. This left arm can go out to the side as you're slowly taking this across, keeping it bent to begin with until you come to so that it's parallel with the earth. And then take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, just begin to straighten that leg out. It could be a little bit challenging, but we're going to straighten both legs and continue to drop this outer hip down toward the opposite ankle. Continue to breathe. You're probably feeling it in your hamstring and maybe this IT band as well. Breathing all the way into the belly. Good, and when you're ready, we're going to inhale and we're going to draw that back up to the center. And we're going to switch the belt into the left hand and just turn the toes out a little. The leg is still straight. Your right arm can come out to the side. And when you're ready, you're just going to slowly lower this leg out to the side. Slowly lower it out. So you can rest your elbow if you want. Continuing to externally rotate that left leg and continuing to drop the outer left hip down toward the opposite ankle. And just try to feel a levelness in your hips. And then inhale that back up to the center. And then gently bend the knee, release the belt, and just let that leg stretch out. And you might feel, yep, that leg feels a little bit longer now. And maybe a little bit stronger now. Nice big breath in and out. And while we're resting here, before we do the second side, just gently turn your head to one side, stretching the neck out a little bit and inhaling it back to center and exhaling it to the other side. Just do that back and forth a couple times just to get any tension out of your neck. Nice gentle rolling of the neck from side to side. If you feel a tight spot, you can stay with it and breathe. Good, and then inhaling that up to the center. Let's bend both legs to begin with. This time we're going to bend the right one toward the chest and loop right beneath the ball of the foot, stretching the leg up again. Letting the arms be straight, the legs be straight, the hips be level. And then straightening again, the opposite leg. Dropping this outer right hip down toward the left inner ankle. And opening up and waking up the hamstring muscle here. Arms are straight, legs are straight. Breath is full and deep. And you're reaching that foot up toward the ceiling. Then bending the knee toward the chest, maybe even outside the chest a little bit. Get your full footprint up at the ceiling again. Bending this in. And then keeping the belt in the left hand, right arm can come out to the side. Still continuing to take the outer hip down. You're going to cross the midline slowly, very slowly. Keeping the opposite leg straight if you can. Continuing to drop the outer hip down toward the opposite ankle.
Once you've come over, take a big breath in, and on the exhale, start to straighten that bent leg. Start to straighten it. Start to continue to drop this hip down and take your outer hips in toward one another. And just, you can even turn to look out over your right arm if it feels good to do that. Breathing into the stretch. Good. When you're ready, we're going to inhale that slowly back up to the center. Switching the belt into the right arm this time. Turn the toes out. Find external rotation at the top of that lifted leg thigh. And then slowly keeping it at the height of the hip, keeping active and grounded through the opposite leg. Slowly bring it out to the side. You can rest the elbow. Keep rolling your inner thigh up. And come into a nice stretch. Try not to collapse into this right hip, but kind of keep the outer hips moving in toward one another. And breathe. When you're ready, we're going to inhale to come back up. Exhale, bend. And release the belt and release the leg and just feel the benefits of that nice stretch that we took. Yes. And then bending the knees into the chest, stretch your lower back. And then maybe hold beneath your knees. And we're just going to do some gentle rocking on the spine just to lubricate the spine. See if you can make yourself like a little ball, if you can, and just rock up to a seat. Awesome. And we're just going to cross. I have my left leg in front, and I'm coming into an easy pose, cross-legged pose, reaching my heels beneath my knees as best I can, finding both of my sitting bones on the earth. I'm going to get hold of my belt, and I'm just going to inhale it up. Find a nice comfortable distance on the belt that when you exhale, you can keep your arms straight and take that back. We're just going to open the shoulders a little bit. So we're going to inhale up, and we're going to exhale down and forward. And do that a couple times, just limbering up the shoulders. Trying not to bend, trying to keep your heart open as a practice and a metaphor for life. Keeping our hearts open to what is, to this day, to this moment, to this breath, to the opening up of our shoulders. Inhaling up and exhaling down. Good. And then we're just going to change the cross of the legs. So you can put the right one in front this time. Reaching the ankles beneath the knees. We're going to inhale up. And we're going to exhale, and we're going to take the right arm down and back, and the left one up for a nice stretch. And you're just isometrically pulling the belt in opposite directions to stretch the shoulders here. Try to stay level in your collarbones if you can. Inhale up, exhale down. Couple more of these. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Oh yeah, waking up those shoulders after maybe a long, hard day of work, or maybe getting ready for your day of work. Exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. One more time each way. Good. And then inhaling up, exhale, release the belt forward and down. And we're just going to slowly come on up. You can come up through a little squat if you want for a moment. Always nice to practice our squatting. And then pressing your feet into the ground, come on up. Awesome. So we're going to do some stretches now.
with our foot against a wall. So you will need a wall. I'm going to use my window pane. We're going to begin. I'm going to come into this slowly. So I'm going to lift my right leg up first. I'm going to bend it. I'm going to put the belt underneath it. You're going to have to play with your distance from the wall a little bit. So I'm going to bring my foot up and I'm going to allow it to be bent first, like so. I'm going to allow it to be bent. I'm going to try to see that my standing leg toes are straight toward the wall. I'm going to hold the belt as close to the foot as I can and stand up straight. And as soon as I can, you might have to back up a little or not, but I'm going to start to straighten that lifted leg little by little. And you might not be able to straighten it completely, and it's okay if we don't. That is okay. We're just working toward it. We're lifting the chest. We're just like we were doing laying down. You're dropping the outer right hip down toward the earth or toward the opposite ankle. You're lifting your chest up if you can. And you're straightening both legs and you're breathing. Good. And trying to get tall if you can. Find Tadasana. And when you're ready, we're going to bend that leg and we're going to just step down, unleash the belt. Kind of notice the distance that your foot was at. Start to ground, this time through the right one, and we're going to lift the left one. So finding your balance, just belt that beneath the ball of the foot like we did in the beginning. Bring it up to the wall. Bend it at first, just bend it first, drop this outer hip down, hold the belt, lift your chest and belly, get grounded here, and then start to straighten that leg. Standing leg foot goes straight toward the wall, toes straight toward the wall. You're going to be dropping this outer left hip down toward the right inner ankle, lifting the chest, lifting the kneecaps up, lifting the hip points up and in, and breathing. Getting a nice stretch, best we can. Good. Another breath. Taking your stand here on planet Earth. When you're ready, we're going to bend the knee. We're going to step down. Ooh, and we're just going to shake that out. All right. Next, we're going to do that again, but we're going to add a little twist. So first leg that's going up again is going to be the right one. Bending, same as we just did. Place that foot up at the wall. Take your time, standing leg foot toward the wall. Get your bearings, straighten that leg as you're ready. Good. So just as we did first time to begin with. Good. And then we're going to keep the belt in the left hand. We're going to drop that outer hip. We're going to inhale our right arm up, walking the hand toward the belt. On the exhale, you're going to turn your belly toward the lifted leg. Keep dropping the hip. And you're going to reach back with your right arm, continuing to straighten the legs, take the outer hips in, broaden the heart center. Deep breath in and out. And then when you're ready, inhale, come back up with the arm, bend the knee, and step down. Good. That was good. Second side. Notice where the foot was. Ground this time through the right one. Bending the left. Belting it. Lifting it up. Taking a minute to get your bearings. Taking a minute to start to straighten the leg and drop the hip. No rush. Just being here now. Once you've established yourself as best you can in this posture, your chest is lifted, you're standing up as straight as you can. Keep the belt on the right arm. And then lift the left one up, deep breath in. On the exhale, you're gonna roll your belly toward the lifted leg. So you're turning toward the lifted leg. Drop the hand behind you. Keep dropping this outer hip back. Keep trying to lift up on the standing leg. Straighten it. Straighten both legs and breathe. Deep breath in and then exhale back to the center. Bend the leg and step down. So if for any reason that exercise is too much for you, you can do the same thing on a chair without the legs so high up. So you can practice it that way if that felt like, oh my gosh, Dagny is torturing me today. We don't want to torture you. No, no, no. So next we're going to take it out to the side against the wall. Same concept. Now you want to really get that external rotation in this leg. That means you're rolling it open. I'm going to put my right one up first. I'm going to, I might have to find that right distance from the wall. I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to let it be bent to begin with. And then when I'm ready, I'm going to straighten it slowly but surely. And I'm going to try to drop this lifted outer hip down. And I'm going to lift my chest and I'm going to breathe. Big breaths. Good. And when I'm ready, I'm going to bend that leg. I'm going to bend it. I'm going to turn my standing leg heel out a little bit. Keep bending that leg. I have my elbow in front of the knee to keep it from caving forward. And then I'm going to take the other arm out to the side. Take a deep breath in and exhale it up and over. Up and over. Keep bending the lifted leg. Keep rolling your heart open. And then when you're ready, straightening and gently hopping down. Good. And then we'll do the second side there. So I'm gonna have to have my back to you, I'm sorry. I'm just not that, I don't have a photographer, it's just me and the computer. So you'll have to see my backside, but I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm going to get grounded in my standing leg. I'm gonna lift the leg up. I'm going to take my time and I'm going to try to slowly straighten my lifted leg up. Straighten it up, straighten my body up, drop this outer hip down. And maybe I can take my arm out and lift and open my chest and breathe. Then when I'm ready, I'm gonna bend that lifted leg, turn the standing leg, ankle, heel out a little bit. Keep bending that lifted leg. Keep dropping the outer hip down. And then taking the opposite arm out, roll the palm open and take it up and over. Meanwhile, I'm rolling my heart up toward heaven and stretching it open and then bending. And when you're ready, inhale. And we're going to gently bend the knee and step down. Woo. Now your hips might be feeling a little more open. I think mine are. So next, we're going to take that into a full Uchita Parsphekanasana. So standing on your mat, inhale your fingertips up to your heart center. Exhale, step or hop your feet apart. And go as wide as is comfortable for you, not unless you can do a split or something. But you want to get your heels beneath your hands, if you can do that. And really just find the expansiveness from your heart center out through your arms, from your belly out through your legs. And then when you're ready, we're going to turn our right toes in and we're going to roll those left ones out all the way out. And then we're going to bend the knee, seeing that it's going out over your second and third toes to warrior two. And just take a minute and ground yourself, spread those hips open, breathe. From here, you're going to lengthen your torso out over this front leg, continue to bend it. And then take the forearm down to the knee. And then you're going to take your right arm, open up the palm, and take it right up and over. Right up and over. Keep bending the front knee, grounding through the outer edge of the back foot, and roll your heart open any amount, continuing to breathe. When you're ready, we're going to inhale and we're going to come back up to warrior two. Try to keep that front knee bent. Look out over those fingers. And then straighten the front leg. Turn both feet to face forward and step your feet together for a little break. Let's roll the shoulders out. Oh yeah. Good. Let's just do a little intermission here where we inhale and sweep the arms out and up and find a steeple grip, which is like that with your index fingers pointed. And come on up. And a deep breath in on the exhale, we're going to go up and over to the left and just stretch the side body. Nice little stretch. Inhale up to the center, exhale opposite leg. Heart rolling up, offering up, connecting to the love within yourself, the love around you. Inhale up, exhale, release. Excellent. So we're going to do the second side now. Our shoulders are a little more relaxed. Inhale the fingertips up to the heart center. Exhale, step or hop your feet wide. Excellent. Widen the stance a little more. Charge the arms. We're going to turn this time the left toes in and roll the right ones all the way out. 90 degrees, external rotation from the top of the thighs. Big breath in, charging the arms. On the exhale, you're going to release from the inner groin to the inner knee until the knee comes over the ankle. And meanwhile, you're grounding through the outer edge of your back foot. Turn for warrior two, and look out over your fingertips, spreading through the hips. Grounding, breathing. When you're ready, you're going to take a deep breath in. On the exhale, you're going to lengthen your torso out over the front leg, using your forearm to roll the inner knee toward the outer knee of the front leg to keep it from caving in. Ground through that outer back foot as much as you can. Keep lengthening the torso. And when you're ready, take the arm behind you, the left arm behind you, and inhale it up and over. Big breath. Maybe gently roll the heart up. Keep breathing. No holding our breath here in yoga. We're expanding the breath. We're connecting to great spirit through our breath, to everything that is and was and will ever be. And when you're ready, we're inhaling up. Warrior two. Straighten the leg. Turn both feet to face forward and step or hop your feet together. Good. Awesome. So since it's fall, it is actually officially fall now in the great Northeast. We're going to do the makaho that benefits the lungs and the large intestine, which are the organs of fall. So we're going to clasp our hands behind our back, clasping the thumbs and pointing the index fingers behind your back. Let your feet be hip width apart. Take a deep breath in and roll your shoulders down your back, lift your chest up. And I'll do it from the side so you can see. And on the exhale, you're going to come forward with a long straight spine, allowing the knees to bend and releasing the head. Let your index fingers, if they can, point up to the ceiling. Soften your neck and take a few big, big breaths here. Nourishing yourself with breath. Good. When you're ready, press into the feet. Inhale up with a long, straight spine. And exhale, release that. And then we're gonna do it again, but this time we're gonna come a little bit wide with our feet. Toes slightly in, heels slightly out. Whatever way you clasped the thumb last time, clasp it in the opposite clasp this time. Opposite thumb on top. Point your index fingers. Take a deep breath in and roll your shoulders down your back. Exhale, come forward, long, straight spine. And again, let the head relax and drop. Knees can be slightly soft. Index fingers up toward heaven. And focus on the breath in the lungs. Expansion, expanding in love. And then letting go of whatever it is in your life that stands between you and the awesome power of love. Good. And when you're ready, press into the feet. Inhale, up, 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 up. Exhale, release those arms and step your feet together. Excellent. All right, so that was really good. Next, I think we'll just take a nice little doggy. So just come down on your hands and knees for a minute. Knees hip width apart, hands up beneath your shoulders. Slight external rotation in the arms. Inhale, curl your toes. Exhale, lift your hips and just stretch it out in your downward facing dog. In this posture, you don't want to be collapsing into your wrists. Press your knuckles into the mat, pressing the mat forward to lift your hips higher. Release your neck. Again, you're reaching down through your heels as your hips are lifting up. And just breathe. Good. From here, drop your knees wide. Big toes to touch and take an extended child's pose. Turning your palms to face upward and breathe. Good. When you're ready, let's inhale and come on up. We're going to take a nice little seated twist this evening before we wind down. So first, finding Dandasana with your legs straight out, which should be much more comfortable by this point in our practice. You're going to externally rotate your left leg and just slide it under so that the heel comes by your opposite buttock. And then just gently step across with your right one. And then hold on to your shin and sit up nice and straight. Good. And when you're ready, we're just gonna take our right arm and we're gonna put it behind us, walking it behind the buttocks. Inhale your left one up with a big breath in. On the exhale, roll yourself to the right a little more and hook that left arm on the outside of the knee. As you inhale, grow taller in your spine, lift the crown of your head up, your outer hips still moving in toward each other. As you exhale, revolve yourself a little bit more to the right. Good, big breath in, grow tall, and exhale slowly back to the center. Good, and then uncrossing that leg, straightening into Dandasana. And then externally rotating the right one, tuck it under, bring it back by the hip a little bit, and then stepping across with the left, holding on to the shins to grow nice and tall. We can rainbow, we'll take the left one, rainbow it up, turning the belly toward the bent leg, placing the hand behind you. Inhale, lift that right arm up, make space. And then roll the belly to the left, hook the arm on the outside of the knee, or just hold it if you can't hook it, that's fine. Walking the back hand in toward the buttock a little bit, press down and inhale and lift up to the crown of your head, through your heart, through your chest. And exhale, revolve yourself a little more. Nice, beautiful twist. Big breath in, Exhale slowly back to the center. Good. And then uncrossing those legs, we're just going to take a little Supta Baddha Konasana for a moment. So with Supta Baddha Konasana, we're going to lie down on our backs. Knees are bent and feet are together, arms out to the sides, and then just let the legs splay out. So bottoms of your feet come together and the hips are just softening here. They're just softening open. Good. And then maybe take your arms up to the ceiling, get hold of the elbows, inhale the elbows up, and exhale them over the crown of your head, just opening your heart a little bit here. Shoulder blades are broad and firm on your back, tops of the shoulders are soft, face is soft, your expression is soft, and your belly is soft. As you exhale, you even soften a little bit more, softening your heart, softening your mind, softening into this very beautiful moment that you've been given, where you have another breath. Deep breath in. Exhale, release the arms out to the sides, and inhale, draw those knees together. And then finally coming to rest in Shavasana. I'm just going to turn to the side here. You're going to take up the space on your mat. So your legs are not width apart, and just make them as long as they can be, and then just release them. Let them splay gently out to the sides a little bit. Let your buttocks and hips rest evenly and release. Let your belly release. Good. And then the arms are long as well, with the palms facing upward, and then just let them go. Let your arms become heavy. Let your shoulders just soften and relax. Let your heart center just rest. Just be. Relaxing your torso. Relaxing your neck and the muscles that support your head. And allowing your head to become heavy. And your eyes to be gently closed. And through soft, closed lids, you're gently peering down towards your heart. Gazing with affectionate eyes at the state of your heart. Allowing everything to just soften inward. Relaxing your entire body and being. And as you're resting there, just allow these words about love to just wash over you. It's a little reading by Stefan Bodian called The Reciprocity of Love. For creatures who want to be loved, appreciated, even adored, we certainly go about fulfilling our desire in a curiously unfulfilling way. Instead of manufacturing it ourselves in our little love machine inside our chests, we complain about not getting enough of it, search frantically for someone else to give it to us, and try to make ourselves more lovable by improving our looks or earning more money. But the truth is, the Beatles song has it right. The love you take is equal to the love you make. In other words, the most effective way to get love is to generate it yourself. By cultivating caring, loving feelings, you can actually provide yourself with the nourishment you seek. At the same time, by radiating those feelings outward to others, you can touch their tender hearts and naturally elicit the same feelings in them, creating a flow of love that keeps circulating between you and building on itself. And a quote about boundless love by Mahatma Gandhi. True love is boundless like the ocean, and rising and swelling within one, spreads itself out and crossing all boundaries and frontiers, envelops the whole world. So taking a deep breath again right into your heart center, filling it up with love for yourself, love for the planet that holds us so tenderly, love for the people in your life. And when you're ready with an exhalation, you can very gently roll onto your right side, maybe lifting the right arm up to create a little pillow for your head. Letting your body soften for a moment onto the earth. Feeling reciprocity with the earth as you breathe, inhaling her strength and her generosity, and exhaling your love back. And then when you're ready, you can use your hands and gently press up to find a seat, either cross-legged or in hero pose, Virasana, or even on a chair. And again, taking your hands to your heart, connecting to that beautiful place, that palace that holds the love within you. Gently bow your head, connecting there. The love within me honors the love within you. May we spread this love to others and to the world, bringing healing, openness, and understanding. Namaste. Thank you for sharing this practice with me. And I will see you next week for more yoga with Dags. Spread that love, spread it all over. All right, bye-bye.